And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go Giants! Yes! 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 Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, welcome to Giants Sports Talk Live, Game 2, San Francisco Giants, Chicago Cubs. Giants win big, Glenn. By the way, you're getting a lot of compliments on your fedora. How about that? Sporting the fedora.
I thought I'd celebrate in fine style tonight, Eric. I didn't have time to change my T-shirt. Still got the Valkyries going. But, Eric, what a game. Holy cow, the Bats are alive. We saw some nice hitting last night in the 5-2 win. I mean, we got the job done. Tonight, they were swinging the lumber, weren't they? And, you know, two guys who've really stood out in the last 48 hours, Eric? Devers, especially tonight. Matty C.
Yeah, how about that?
We saw him
How
go
about that, dude? I tell you what, man. And they've been showing some shots of him talking to Damon Minor, a.k.a. I guess they call him Tiny. He's 6'5", and of course, they call him Tiny. And it looks like, right? That's kind of what you do, right? That's why you call people lefty when they're,
That's funny.
But look, he's doing something. He's figuring something out. And it's great to see because last night, Glenn, again, for those of you who were not here in the chat last night, what a day yesterday. Glenn, it all started off, right? At Long Bridge Pizza over there in the dog patch.
Yum, yum, yum.
Off of Third. It was myself and Glenn and Robbie Duville walked with me down there. Aaron Lost, he's out there.
You guys are like tourists.
I tell you,
all the way down there, two like 4 blocks past the Chase Center, and I call up Eric. I go, I'll be there in 3 minutes. I said, what the hell? I said, get the Muni. You're around the corner, dude.
It's all good. I don't mind. I don't mind walking. I met
him with Robbie Dizzle wanted me to sneak him on the. Can you get me back to the ballpark?
Yeah, that was great.
I'm like, I may know where I'm going, but I don't own this city too.
I met up with Los D. That's the first time I met with Los. It was
never met him before.
Dude,
I thought you knew all these guys, Eric.
Yeah, I know Los. I know Aaron.
You never met him before.
Never met him. Well, Aaron I've met. But
Yeah, I hadn't met
Wilson,
Aaron. Aaron's a cool guy.
Aaron's awesome, dude. By the way,
Great
Aaron,
guy.
you're
Comes
awesome.
across as a pro.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I mean,
Good dude.
anybody's giving out foods. I mean, hey.
I hear you.
And you know where one of the highlights was? I don't know. Just to take a step in a different direction. I liked having fun with the little fella. And pardon my ignorance, I forget we met so many people yesterday. Now,
Oh,
these
it's
are people
awesome, dude.
These are people we know of. The little fella. You remember walking up? We're about a half a block from the ballpark, and the kid had the see-through plastic backpack, which is a giveaway at a lot of different events now. And he had his Harry Potter cape on and his wand.
His
I go,
Gryffindor,
"Did you use
yeah.
that magic wand and make those 42 cookies end up in the bag?" He goes, "Oh, can you see them?"
Oh, I totally forgot. You remember what you said on the Muni? What'd you say on the Muni?
Oh, I told Bernice. I forgot to tell that on the story. He had his magic.
Oh.
You do it. You do it, because when I tell them, they won't believe me. But I got
you
a
said
magic
it.
wand.
You did. You got his magic wand, and you did some kind of hocus pocus shit, right? You something about Wilmer hit a homer or some shit like that. You said something about that. Lo and behold, his first at bat. What's he do?
I said something like Wilmer Flores on another day,
Yeah.
or hit a home run and make my day. I don't know what it
It
was.
was something like that, dude. It was hilarious.
We had a couple of cocktails by then. Anyway, I was whoa,
Dude,
I like
it was
playing with
awesome.
the magic wand, and it lit up. And
Yeah.
anyway, I forgot about that till after last night's show, and I went, Bernice, I forgot I had the. But anyway, the kid was cool. I thought that's a fun night for the kids. The Harry Potter night.
Yeah.
Really enjoy.
Dude, I tell you what.
Talk about kids. There were at least 3, maybe all 4 in the front row yesterday.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right. Exactly. Hey, and also, I said this yesterday. I got to say it again. Thank you to Lou Marston. Lou was gracious. Dude is awesome. He was awesome, man. It was a great night. A great night. Look at there. There it is. It was just a great night. We all hung out, having a good old time. It was a lot. And then you said, hey, that kid wants to know where Eric is. And I'm like, who's that kid? Glenn, I don't know. I just turned around and gave him a right on. Bub Rad was like coming out of nowhere. I don't know what the heck. Hey, Bub,
Well,
if you're out there, what's
cool. But then there's the guy who sat behind me for at least 6 innings.
up? Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he tapped you on the shoulder or how you guys got chatting. He goes, "Do I know you?" Or something like that. Anyway, he goes, "You're Eric," and I'm like, whether he didn't know who I was, Eric.
That I don't understand.
But you know what? Lou got a kid. Lou uses those seats quite often.
Yeah.
So for him, it's not as big as, I mean, I felt like royalty sitting in those seats, quite literally, Eric. It was such a different, the players
awesome,
were
dude.
yapping it up. Dan talked to every player he could.
I know. Every time they come off the field, Dan is great. He's over the top.
And I thought he was going to fall into the photographer's well. He's doing the baseball and go, "Attaboy, Ramos, attaboy."
Oh man, that shit was freaking hilarious.
Anyway, I had a great time, and
it was awesome. It was
Lou, while
freaking
he
awesome.
does it every single day, it's kind of a routine thing for him. What he got a kick of was what you were just talking about. He goes, "Guys, we're coming down. Can I get a group photo? Hey, you guys are on my husband's TV every night." And,
Oh, dude, it was fun, dude. It was a
couldn't
good
make
time.
the shit up, Eric.
Oh,
It was so true.
and outside over there at Willie Mays, we saw Mike O, grandson of the Win. That's in our baseball fantasy. He was there. Stephen
Who's Mike?
Ortega.
Did I see Mike?
Yeah, he reintroduced himself. I don't know if you. It's right when we met up with Lou. It's right when we met up with Lou.
We met so many people, Eric, and I didn't know.
Dude, it was just,
Oh, and
it was
Lou-
just a lot of fun.
We had to stand around because people were cornering him outside talking horse racing because he had a horse racing shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know is it because we're all so approachable, Eric? People are, "Hey, how you doing?" And Lou says, 30 minutes with that guy. I don't know who he is. Is that one of those nights, Eric?
It was just fun. I don't mean to rehash it because I know you guys probably talked about it a lot last night, but man, it was just a great time. Awesome time, man. Good stuff. All right,
And
let's
you know
get
what? The
Go for
guys
it.
got on me, and you know what? I found it kind of insulting. I found it very insulting. I think it was Fosse. I'm going to call it Fosse. in his
Well,
chat
that's just good
last
shit.
night. Yeah, well, he called me out, and Lou had made a comment that Dan was there. You know what Dan's been going through, and
Yeah.
we had talked to Dan about it. I've been on the show about with Dan and I have discussed it. And he goes, "Oh, you're not talking about Dan." Said, you know what? There was a time and a place. Dan and I spoke on it.
Mhm.
Send
Bro.
privately condolences. So he's off to Philippines today. So I hope he has.
I think he's already there, if I'm not mistaken.
I hope he has a safe trip, and he has so much to deal with. I had never met Dan before. I thought you met him once before.
I met him once. Yeah, for lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how we do this. It's so interactive between Dan. Like, I feel like I know Lou, and I think Lou and I get along great. I'd never met Lou before.
Right.
So anyway,
Just digitally.
It was really
That's
nice
it, man.
to see Dan. I just wish it was under
Better
different
circumstances.
buddy. It's got to be hard for him
Yeah, I know.
and hard for his wife. So
Absolutely. But man,
anyway,
I tell you,
let's get to the positives of Giants baseball. Eric, take it away.
there he is, Mike O, grandson of the win. He was over there at the Willie Mays statue. He was sitting there with Stephen Ortega, if I'm not mistaken. It was good seeing you, Mike. Man, that was awesome. Hopefully, I felt bad because I think I might have ignored you a little bit because I was talking to Lou. But dude, it was awesome to meet you over there at the Willie Mays the statue, and I think Stephen Ortega was with you. It was a good time, man. It was just fun.
We even had what's his? You just mentioned him. We had the cookie dough guy.
Yeah, Aaron.
So Aaron, he came up to the statue. There were people there who didn't go to the game necessarily, Eric, but they showed up just to talk to guys. They came to talk to me. They were talking to Lou. A lot of them came to say hi to Dan. And again, well wishes were handed out.
Yeah,
there were, and I think you were the one who go, "Oh, you coming with us?" "Oh, I'm not going to the game."
Oh, yeah.
I just came to hang out with you.
I came to hang out.
So that was pretty good. And Robbie Dizzle doing Robbie Dizzle things. I mean, Jesus, everybody.
Hey!
You walked into the pizza joint, and I mean, "Hey, Robert, Robbie Dizzle." I'm like, Jesus, goddamn, he's the mayor.
He is. He could run for mayor, and he'd probably get elected. There's Fossey saying cheers, Glenn.
I
Los is in
bet.
the house. What's up, Los? Hey, boys, thanks Tom for coming out last night at our event. Giants stuffed it to us live. Stuffed to us live, scoring runs. Dude, it was awesome. Los out there all this time, right? Like 2 years.
Yeah.
And we finally get to make, man, that was awesome.
And I
Good
heard
times,
he
man.
had a pretty good seat too. I heard he was up somewhere in the vicinity of behind
club
home
level.
plate.
In the club.
Oh,
level, I believe.
he was upstairs. Well, that's a good view. I love the club level. Instant
Nothing
access
wrong
to
with
the foods and the beers, and that's good.
Dude, all I know it was just the whole day from the time over there at Long Bridge Pizza, hanging out with Lois and you and Aaron and Robbie and all met new people. I met I think there was 3 other Erics in there, if I'm not mistaken. Just meeting everyone. Dude, it was just a good time. It was fun.
I had never met Paulie Mack before, and being a radio
neither.
guy, I got a chance
Nice
to
guy.
say hello to him.
Nice
I know
guy.
there's a couple of guys we know. He's worked with. I've worked with. I said, "Hey, you worked with Todd." He's like, "How do you know Todd?" That's his real name. I go, "Aha, yeah." But I had fun. I met Eric. Once we got to the seats, my friend, it was like, didn't you feel like there was a spotlight on us? Like, that was such a dude. I said this on the show last night. I won't say it anymore, but I'll revert back to what I said last night on the show, Eric. I said to Bernice after the show, I go, Section 321 is just not going to cut it for me anymore.
Yeah,
way.
Mike, we had fantastic seats, man.
Best seat in the house, Eric.
With that, everyone was sitting together, Mike. We're all in the same row.
And I kept standing up going, Wilmer just pulled out a different bat. Oh, he's putting it back. I could see right in the dugout, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see how the cameramen were filming in there. Like, we were on the rail of the camera well.
Yeah.
And when Willie Adamas high fives me, dude, they were only what, 7 feet away?
If that, yeah.
And Ramos, all the guys would come in, when they run off the field and down the steps. When they were coming down those steps, we were literally feet away.
Yeah,
and they were talking.
Awesome.
Willie Adamas, I tell you what,
he's electric.
I learned a whole different Willie Adamas.
He's electric, isn't he? He's in there talking to everybody.
Talking to the fans during the whole game.
Yeah, that was awesome, man.
Hey, give us your bat. What'll I hit with? Hey, you're not hitting
was
much
awesome, man.
anyway. Oh, it was great. It was fun. Anyway,
Dude, it was
enough
awesome.
about last night. Let's get to tonight, Eric. Do you want to just jump right into this?
Yeah, let's jump right into this. Let's do this, man. This is actually a fun one to go over. Let's do it.
Now, today's Giants in Review on Giant Sports Talk Live.
And there you go. And after we talk about this, I got an article that we're going to read. John Shea wrote an interesting article, Glenn, and I want to go over it. It's got some good stuff. A lot of quotes from Buster Posey. So we'll go over that.
Okay.
Anyways, good guys 12, bad guys 3. Giants, look at that. Scored 12 runs on 13 hits, had 1 error. Chicago only 3 runs on 5 hits. Man, you would expect that to be the reverse, the way that the Giants have been playing, right? Usually it's been the other way around. Not tonight. Tonight, as you said in the very beginning, the bats were absolutely alive today. Home runs all over the place and runs coming across the board, man. And there was a play, Glenn. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Let me wait. Let me get through this, and then we'll get into it. It's
hyper. You are hyper tonight, Eric. You're hyper.
Incredible. It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
All right.
The ball literally hit off of
I think I know what you're talking about.
Matt Chapman's helmet to score a run, dude. Anyways, Ramos 2 for 4. He was able to get a big fly there at the end when they had a position player throwing. Devers, big night, devastating. He went 4 for 4, 2 home runs, 1 to deep center, another opposite field shot off of a lefty. And you know who that lefty was? Our forever Giant, Taylor Rogers. Hit a nice fastball, went the other way, and he crushed it. He also had a double and a single. He had 5 RBIs and scored 4 runs.
Look at that line. 4, 4, 4, 5. Oh.
He was on he never recorded an out. 4 hits and a walk. On base 5 times, scored 4 runs, knocked in 5.
You know what's even
buddy.
nicer, Eric? You know what's even nicer than the 4 and 4 and 4 and the 5 RBIs? The guy did not strike out tonight.
He didn't strike out.
He
did not strike out. Yeah, I'll take it too, man. Every single day. Adames, not so much. 0-4. Didn't strike out, but he drew a walk. Smith had a hit and an RBI and a run scored. Matt Chapman, a big game. He had 3 hits. Also, congratulations is in order for Matt Chapman. Hit his 200th career home run tonight. So yesterday we saw 199, Glenn. We missed it by that much. How about that? That's cool. Congratulations. That's good.
The shoe phone though. Got the shoe phone.
Look, that's a nice little achievement there. Getting 200 home runs in the big leagues. Koss came in as a pinch hitter. Schmidt had a hit today. Lee had a hit today. Matos not so much, but he did not strike out. He did hit the ball hard. And I'm going to talk about Matos, by the way. And then Kisner, he did pretty good behind the plate. And look at that. He got a hit, drew a walk, and both times he was on base, he scored.
Yep.
So I'll take it, man. That grinded. He goes 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 earned, and 3 strikeouts. But he got the win because guess what? The Giants hit behind him, which was nice. They backed him up with some damn runs, something we don't see all the time. Peguero, the big flamethrower, goes 2 innings, had a great outing, 3 strikeouts. Look at him. Beck, a fantastic outing, goes 1 inning, strikes out 2. And then Seymour, garbage time. Well, Beck was kind of garbage time too, but Seymour in garbage time at the end. No strikeouts. Walked 1, but allowed no runs, which is
something
important.
I mentioned on the pre-show. We do that every afternoon, Eric, and I did it live today. Got into a great conversation with the boys. Is whenever I'm at home and I get to see a game that features Carson Whisenhunt, and there haven't been many, short window size there, but it's so different. And I tried to explain this to the guys. My fear heading into tonight's game is if you can get on top of a guy like him early, a guy who has such low pitch selection. You know, when they show in the top of the first inning, they show the box and they go the red ball and the green ball and the blue ball and the yellow ball, right?
He ain't got many.
A slider 15% of the time. His is basically 50-50. It had two balls, Eric. That's it. Do you think that's what does a guy do when he doesn't have a selection if he wants to stay in the big leagues?
He's going to have to do some work in the offseason. If he wants to continue to be a starting pitcher, you can get away with 2 pitches in a bullpen. You ain't going to get away with it being a starter for very long.
Agreed.
Just not. I mean, unless you got something, if your fastball is devastating and whatever your secondary pitch is, if it's devastating, okay, you could get away with it. But if it's not, well, then you're going to have a tough time being a starting pitcher.
I broke out the old fedora tonight, Eric, just for the cruiser. Caesar, he says, I love your style, Glenn. I mean, Eric, the guy makes me look good. I mean, look at that, man.
Hey, look at that. The orange man himself.
He makes me look good. You stand around that guy.
That's the only guy we didn't see. He didn't go to the game. I think he's asking are you going to the game tomorrow, Glenn? And
you wonder why the ladies all flock to him.
Are you going to the game tomorrow? I think he was asking.
I'm undecided. I'm very, I'm stuffed up tonight. I was up. So let me tell you this, my friend. So I get out to the ball game, and we were there like 4:00. We started our festivities and frolicking early. By the time we got home, I did the almost 2-hour show. While you were driving home, you popped in at the end. For those who weren't here, Eric had to that's a long drive.
That's a long drive
after a game. Ugh.
Yeah, and it took me forever to get out of that parking lot. It took about 10-15 minutes to get out of there, just sitting there.
And then at about 4:00 this morning, the phone goes off. I'm getting texts at 4:00, and I go, well, it can't be Dan because, the trading period's over in fantasy, right? And Dave is like, yeah, I just got a call. You're going to have to come in. You got to do the news today. I'm like, oh, for Christ. I do the on-air. I do the news. I do a show here, Little Giants sports talk. And then I got to be up early again in the morning. So it's 10, 11, 12. It's after 1 in the morning there. So I've got to get I'll be here as long as I can. But, man, I'm just run right. I am going to look like the cat dragged in. Like, oh, look, I'm going to be a mess. But anyway, one thing I like throwing my old, I gotta throw my old pal under the bus once in a while. We come back. Now, you got me very upset last night, and you were in the vehicle. There was nothing I could do. Couldn't reach out to you. I didn't know what to do because this is hands off for me. After what was one of the most exciting days of baseball in my entire life, Eric, and a 5-2 win to open the homestand. And third straight win after Sweetie. What happens? I come home to Giant Shit Talk Live.
You had the wrong one up? You put the wrong one up, didn't you? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Get that out of there.
You want me to get it out of here? You want me to get out of it so you don't mess up?
That was, I'm like.
Is that the one you had up there?
Yes. I said, did Eric do that on purpose?
No. You want me to get rid of it so you don't? Here, I know which one it is. See, I'm usually
you can leave it there. I just have to know where it is. See, I'm seeing what you're doing now, and I didn't know there was 2.
Look at hey, Ibrahim. By the way, Ibrahim.
It was fun.
Good to see that you're doing well. He's back home. He's feeling better.
Good.
He's channeling his inner Tom Waits. He
He's
loves
missing
it.
you. No, he's missing you. Abraham and I are always on the same page. You got to work on this, Eric.
Oh, you guys are much. You guys. Hey, you want to talk? You want to talk military history? Hey, I'm all about it. Music. I like music, but I am not the guru, as they say. That's your forte.
Well,
absolutely. All right, let's do this.
I was singing a little. Things just weren't the same. I was like Kelly Clarkson, Eric. As soon as you told me he was down and out for a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
Singing, since you've been gone.
Yeah. But he's doing better. Again, guys, Ibrahim, he was going through a medical emergency in the recent past here. But he is all better, and he's back home. And that's what matters, man, because we love that guy.
And we wish him good luck.
Good luck. Dude, that's pretty good.
That thing comes in.
It
Eric,
comes in handy.
I've been a good boy. I hope all my Christmas wishes come true. Hope the Giants get a new catcher in the offseason.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have plenty to talk about with that. I'll tell you.
Yeah, we
All right,
read
here we
a
go.
good article
On the
about
fence.
that
He's been
today.
talking about this. I've seen him in here talking about Matos. And you know what? I hear what he's saying. Is he like the linchpin of the organization of why the Giants are winning? No, but guess what? Since he's been up playing full time, the Giants have been winning. Look, it's one of those things with baseball, right, Glenn? There's times when something magical happens, and it could be nothing, right? It could be nothing, but because he is he's on the roster and he's playing every day, the team just seems to win, whatever it may be. And don't get me wrong, because Matos has been playing some really good baseball. He hit that double yesterday, Glenn, off the wall, opposite field, bounced it off the bricks and got a double. So the kid is today didn't get a hit, but he didn't strike out either. And he's doing okay defensively. He's doing a lot better. Mm-hmm. And San Diego is a little bit weird, but that's the beauty of baseball, because you've got these weird stories. Yep. Could you say that he is the reason why they're winning all these games? No, but they are winning while he is hitting that right. It's one of those just magical type of things. That's all I'm saying.
He looked content.
He looked right. I tell you what, and that's a great point, Glenn, because we were watching him in the dugout, and he just seems loose. I think because they had that conversation and said, you know what, Matos, this is your chance. And maybe, look, and I don't know. I'll say right now, right field is kind of, it's okay right now with Matos going out there. I'm okay. I could sit here and tell you guys that I'm okay with Matos taking right field the rest of the year. Does that mean that he's going to be the guy next year? Hey, we'll find it. We're going to have to see how the rest of this season plays out. We still got 29 games to play. So let's see what he does. I mean, it's not a long look, so to speak, but maybe he is. Maybe he is going to be the right field. I don't know. That's going to be to talk in the offseason.
Just to get off the rails for a second, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Eric, do you know who Chico State 14 is?
I have no idea.
He's new to the show, and he's very disrespectful of you and very disrespectful of me. And he loves NorCal over us, which is fine.
That's fine. I don't care.
That's fine. But he's
a Heroku buddy.
Huh?
Where's Heroku? See, I haven't seen Heroku ever since I had to go off on him the other night.
See, Chico State?
That's a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I see.
If you love NorCal so much, there.
Well, there you go. There's Glenn taking care
I think I know who he is, Eric.
Yeah, you do, huh?
I caught somebody in here last night whose name you know well, but we won't bring up. Somebody I gave the boot to last week snuck back in. Who? Can I come on the show, Eric?
How?
New name. Same channel. And sometimes the mannerisms, Eric, just give it away. Give it away. All right, back to Giant Sports Talk Live after the win.
Fair enough.
Hitting the ball, Eric, how many times did we strike out tonight?
4 times.
There you go. That was my pick to click. Get the ball in play. Don't be striking. Eric, you're limiting yourself when you strike out.
And here's the thing. If the Giants did this 2 weeks ago, this is what I keep saying. Put the ball in play. Look, are the home runs great? Absolutely. I want to see balls being put in play, damn it. Go out there and find grass. Start scoring some runs. As a matter of fact, where were they today? I didn't even look at that. 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
That works.
Bro, that's bringing home the mail. Right?
Yeah.
That's almost batting 500 when you got a guy in running and scoring position. I love it, dude. Come on, man. Come on.
Hey,
damn, dude.
Just to answer a few guys there in the chat, my graphics aren't as good as Dan's are. You know, Dan is just a whiz on those graphics. And so are you, Eric. You didn't get to this yet. But in answer, somebody says, I think it was Senior. Wait a sec. Are you telling that Chardal is Yep, there you go. There you go. Oh boy, did he piss me off. You had to
Yeah,
be.
I guess so. Wow.
Well, he pisses you off. You just don't cowboy up
Yeah.
and say, off,
Yeah.
you're no, get out of the rodeo. That's it. That's it. Can you
Oh,
imagine
okay.
if he had showed up at the game last night, Eric?
Mm.
I think he just stayed away to keep the
Are you
peace.
sure we didn't see him?
He probably was lurking.
Are you sure we didn't see him?
Guys,
Hey,
is Chardall a lurker?
Hey, Glenn, are you sure we didn't see him at the game yesterday?
Are you telling me he was there?
Are you sure we didn't see him out on the field yesterday?
Oh, we did see him at the game. Jesus, I'm slow.
Man, dude,
Yeah, and I'm the one who pointed him out to everybody.
I
And
know.
Dan, I go, Dan, who's that? He goes, I don't know. I said, Dan, who's that?
Oh,
And the funny thing was, the further the guy got away from us, by the time he ended up way down the third,
yeah.
oh yeah, I see the resemblance. Yeah, we saw.
Me and Ibrahim said the same thing when we were sitting. We had some pretty good seats down further down the right field line. But yeah, oh my God, dude. That was freaking
Guys,
hilarious.
I'm telling you, I used to have a picture. I think I deleted it. It was just on my phone, but you had sent me a picture.
I sent you of it. I sent you it.
That
Yeah, it looks just like him.
dude. You ever
Looks
see those,
just like
those claymation shows? Was it Spitting Image? He was the Spitting Image. Holy cow.
He
The
was.
poor, I don't know what his name was, but the poor fella. Jesus. If he's going around Daly City, are you sure at all? Nope.
Did you show any of the pictures from yesterday?
Dude, I came in and
Hold
was
on, let me
literally
do that.
soaked
Hold on.
to the skin, ran over, did the show. I fired the show up within 60
Hold on.
seconds.
You know
Lou
what?
was all fresh. Lou left. Now I know why Lou leaves early. He had the Brill cream in. He was all dappy. I said, dude, you look good. He goes, I got a fresh shirt on, washed my face. I said, dude, I walked in the door, sat down, and pressed play. But it was
All
a
right.
later.
Yeah,
Actually, the game ran a little long too, so we didn't get on
it
the
did. Dude,
10:30
it was.
era.
Yeah, it did. It did last a little. Hold on, I'm gonna send some photos to me here.
And that put you at home roughly what?
11:30.
Oh, was it 11:30?
Yeah,
Huh. No, it had to be later than that.
11:30.
Really?
Yep. Oh, motherfucker. Hold on, let me see.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're dedicated. That's a long drive to get to the game. While Eric's doing that, boys, let's thank our sponsors as always on Giants Sports Talk Live.
Giant Sports Talk Live, brought to you by Lefties in Burlingame. Visit Lefties for all of your Giants collecting needs. By GenesisGoldIRA.com, Signatures for Soldiers. Duxwell Printing, for all of your printing needs in the Bay Area. Visit Duxwell Printing at 37 Wentworth Place in San Francisco. And by BetterCreditCards.com. For the best credit card choice for you, visit BetterCreditCards.com. Covering the San Francisco Giants nightly online. We are Giant Sports Talk Live. Now, back to Eric and Glenn.
All righty, dude. Big crowd in
Almost
tonight.
done.
Have you
Yeah,
got those
buddy.
pictures? Get those pictures all ready for me?
I'm getting them all taken care of here.
Okay.
All right. Now I'll get to my damn email. I emailed it myself, so it should be good to go. Then I can load them up, and it's a lot easier to do it that way.
Mike, it's funny you mentioned that. Mike says, did you really talk to Wilmer Flores? Well, he certainly acknowledged me, but you know who did the most yapping and come over and high-fived me was, double high-five was your buddy there, Willie Adames was interactive, dude. But it was the fact, Mike, I called the home run. I said, next pitch. Did I not, Eric?
Yeah, you did.
Next pitch. And I told
You
the whole
did.
stadium, next pitch, boys. He's going yard. He's number 41's taking it downtown. Next pitch. Next pitch.
Gone.
And Willie was just like, it's the amazing Kreskin. Holy cow. As he ran in the dugout. You know, they're doing their high fives and that. It was actually on TV last night. As he ran into the dugout, Adames is like, that guy called the home run. That guy called it. Ah! And I don't think I've ever seen a ball player quite like Willie Adames.
I know. Here we go. There's us at Longbridge. That's Aaron Lost, myself, and Glenn. Look
You
at
notice
that.
there was no pizza left. We cleaned that.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the Motley Crew. The Motley Crew right here, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it reversed. That's not how it actually. Yeah, see, he had the camera reversed.
Yeah, he has it reversed, so it makes it look like we're not even near the dugout,
that's totally,
right?
Yeah, it's totally off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Makes it look like I'm sitting out in the crowd
Yeah,
over in my
it
last
does.
seat. It's just the
It
opposite.
looks like we're down the first base line instead of third base.
How did he do
Man,
that?
what are you doing, man? Hey, who's this guy?
Look at that.
Hey,
And look how comfy we are. It looks like I'm in a recliner looking at the television. Doesn't
I
it?
know.
Doesn't it, Eric? It
See?
looks like I'm watching the game on TV in a recliner. I've never sat in a padded seat in a game before.
That is not reversed, as you can see.
That is not AI either. That's
not
that was a
AI.
game.
Hey,
Here's
look at
how
that.
close we were sitting
Yep, you
on
got that one.
freaking believable. And every time somebody
Right
spoke
there.
to Adamas, he turned, there's my boys. That's why they were so, Adamas and Flores, they were side by side the whole night. They were talking. And then, did you catch me at one point, Eric? Dan said,
Awesome.
Wilmer didn't he's a quiet guy anyway, unlike me. So I start yelling the facts and figures. I'm like, Wilmer Flores, most walk-offs in Mets history.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
He knew it was me at that point. Must have been driving.
Oh
crazy.
man, I think because he brought up the Mets. Maybe he doesn't care.
Oh, maybe that's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it could be a touchy subject. You
Well,
never
at least
know.
I didn't say there's no crying in baseball.
You should have said that.
No,
Yeah. You should have said that, man. Oh my god. Anyways,
bring up that group picture again. You got the group picture?
of all four of us,
Yeah, because Anthony, I don't know about that, Anthony. Well, we need a.
what
Look
would
at
he say? No, Lou was
He looked-
awesome, man.
That's Lou on a good day right there. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
that was awesome. That was awesome, dude. Gosh, it was so much fun. So much
That was
fun.
Aaron. Wait a sec. Bring that picture up one more time.
There you go.
We could examine that for forensics. Boys, you'll see that that was about I think that was halfway through the game. That was a fresh refill. That was about Eric's 9th beer right in front of him.
No, I actually had a Coke on that one. I already had a couple of beers over at Longbridge. I was like, I got to get a Coke in me.
That's my beer, I think.
I think it is. I think it was
Yeah.
yours. Or
Yeah.
no,
And
it was Lou's. I think it was actually Lou.
And you know what's disappointing, Eric? You know what's really disappointing? The fact, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but if Dan had that flipped around, we would have been able to really dissect this because you would have seen the guy who tapped you on the shoulder, the little kid.
Yeah.
You would have seen him, the guy who kept going. And, oh, dude. Okay, get rid of the picture. You didn't mention yet who had the best catch of the night at the game last night.
No, that was a beautiful catch. That was a beautiful catch. Encarnacion threw a ball and you snagged it.
He didn't toss it either. He gave it. There was some mustard on that, and my arm just went.
Yeah, that was great.
Dude, any other thing, it would have ruptured. It just, when you get a ball and it's right in the pocket.
Yeah, that was
got
right
it,
there,
right
right
in
in
the
the meaty part.
I go, and I snag it, and I calmly go back to my conversation. And then I thought, maybe, you know what, it wasn't for me. So I did the right thing. I gave it to the guy down. I should have given it to a kid. I actually, did you see at the point? I know we were rehashing last night, but it was so much fun. Did you see me almost go after and I was well behaved. I got to admit, Bernice is always worried when I go out in public. You be well behaved. The older guy got the ball. I think it was from Adamas, as a matter of fact. But regardless, the old guy gets the ball. And then he proceeds to go up I go, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm pointing at the little kid. I said, get the ball to the little guy. And then I turn to you. I go, but he ain't getting mine.
Yeah.
We forced,
yours is a little
Dan
different.
and I forced that guy to give the kid the ball.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Give a kid your ball. I said, oh, no, that ball's coming home with me.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Isabel.
Well, let's see. No, I got nothing there. All right, real quick. Let's do this, guys. Now, Glenn, I don't know if you wrote. I was going to read the story. Are you good to go still? You're Good to go. I'm going to read the story from the SF Standard from John Shea. So I'm going to get into this.
Story time. I'm going to get a new liner. It's story
time.
With Ian. I'll get Ian to do the voice work because, everybody's saying that our guy is AI. Where did they get that AI guy? Poor Ian. That's a real guy. That's a guy who works in my production studio.
Oh, interesting.
You want to see when he gives the girls around. Hi there. Hi. With us, it's Giant Sports Talk Live. All right, what do we got for story time tonight?
All right, let's do this.
Wednesday, August 27th, Eric.
Hey, guys, by the way, if you guys want to look at this, all you got to do is go into the description box, and I put the link of this story from John Shea, San Francisco Standard, about what Buster Posey had to say. Look at this. Buster Posey talks Giants collapse, Bryce Eldridge's future, and what must change. So let's do this. President of Baseball Operations said recent play is just not up to the standard that any of us expect. Fair, right? All right, let's do this. With 5 weeks left in the season, it started with promise but has become disappointing. Buster Posey didn't hesitate when asked what he'd like to see from the Giants rest of the way. Hard-nosed baseball. It's really that. Again, quotations from Posey. I just want to see that effort is there. And guys understand that no matter what the standings look like, they're playing for the name on the front of their jersey and they're playing for the name on their back of their jersey. I like it. All right. Again, Giants coming off the impressive series against Milwaukee. And by the way, guys, let's not forget this. Let's not neglect this. Giants have now just won a series against the Chicago Cubs, which isn't an easy team. So you won a series against the Milwaukee Brewers and you won a series against the Chicago Cubs. You're getting some shit done here, guys.
Dude, if we get some work done tomorrow on the ball field, Eric, and can beat an actual lefty, we got Webb going tomorrow. This could be a sweep. Get the brooms, Eric.
Why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to go. Let's see. Giants had high hopes in June 13th. Tied for first place. 2 days later, they traded for Rafael Devers to beef up the offense. Boom, boom, boom. But for reasons that have been discussed, dissected, and diagnosed by fans across the city, Bay Area, and beyond, the Giants have been the worst team in the major since mid-June and have fallen to fourth place, too far out of the wildcard race, 7 games to be considered a threat. How does Posey see the season to date? Again, we can fit this narrative or fit this description of fans across the city, the Bay Area, and beyond. We have discussed, dissected, and diagnosed it, but that's what we do as fans, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, here's Buster Posey talking about the season today. I kind of break it up into 3 sections in my mind. The first third of the season felt like we played really good, fundamental, sound baseball. We talked about this, right, Glenn?
Yes, sir.
Right? Hey, the team was just playing some really good baseball. The second third, I felt like it was more mediocre when it came to doing the little things right, both defensively, offensively, and on the pitching side.
Yep.
And the last third, it's just not up to the standard that any of us expect. There you go. Coming off a big series win against the Brewers, they're hopeful that this creates some momentum coming into this homestand and we finish on a strong note. There you go. I get it. That makes sense, right? I said this. I don't want the team just to lay down. I want them to go out there and still compete and show something.
Well, they're showing that today, Eric. And somebody mentioned in the chat while you're reading, you go back to the first week in May when the Cubs beat the Giants by a score of 9-2. That was back on May 5th, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants then rebounded the next day with a 14-5 game. Do you remember the extra inning game?
Yeah.
The big one we scored. Guys, do you remember? I can remember the stat, the dates and stuff. But I think we scored like 8-9 runs in the 10th inning, Eric. We went on to a 14-5 extra inning win. And then we beat the Cubs on the Thursday 3-1. Eric, we took 2 out of 3 already against the Cubs.
I know.
Right? After you read this story, maybe a topic of conversation should be, why do we beat the good teams, Eric? And we can't beat the Cubs and the Marlins.
Ain't that something? Ain't that some weird shit right there? I mean,
we
that's
beat
just
the Brew Crew.
It's weird, man.
But can't beat the Rockies. I don't get it.
Hey, that's the thing about a baseball season, right? It's 6 months. You just don't know. You could have a stretch where you're just on fire, and then you can have another stretch where you're just in the toilet, and then you got everything else in between. It's a roller coaster, man. A baseball season is a roller coaster of emotions. Period.
Absolutely.
Oh, here we go. Now this is the meaty part of this. Posey wouldn't discuss the status of manager Bob Melvin and the coaching staff.
Ooh.
Melvin is in his second season at the helm and is signed through next season. This is what he said, talking about Buster Posey.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're just focused on getting through the season and playing that style of baseball we talked about. Again, hard-nosed baseball.
Mm-hmm.
That's our focus right now, trying to get the most out of what we can the rest of the season.
Yep.
So, again, what do you take out of that? If he doesn't want to,
I was going to ask you, Eric, I want your personal view, because I mentioned in the pre-show with the help of the chat, we were trying to figure out, does that mean, oh, they gone, or I might keep them around. I do not know which side of the fence I'm on there.
and with
I don't
Buster
think I know.
Posey,
I don't know what side Posey's on.
there you go. You got to put yourself in the mind of Posey, and that's really difficult to do because you never know what he's going to do.
He's left.
But I tell you what, when I see these type of statements, it reminds me of the whole no comment, right?
That's what it is. It's a
No
new
comment.
form of no
In other
comment.
words, it doesn't bode well. But does that mean it can change by the time the season ends? It could. I don't know, man.
It's got to be a big
I don't
decision
know.
for a guy like Buster Posey. When you're going to talk about firing management and coaches too,
That's
that is a big decision. However,
That's
if
a
you-
big decision, right?
If you start the year and you're 4-24, makes the decision-making process a little more easier
Exactly.
to deal with. But when
Exactly,
you gotta
Eric.
decide to clean house, Eric, guys' livelihoods, their lives in general,
Right.
just are shuffled right out the door. Maybe he's just biding time, but I really don't know what side of the fence he's on there, Eric, and it's open to interpretation. You're going to get part of the fan base who say, they're gone.
Yeah,
And then there's going to be part of the fan base that's scared in some ways, thinking, Jesus, he's bringing them all back. So
Yeah.
we're no further ahead by reading that statement, are we?
Aaron Lost, I think, puts it together succinctly. Not exactly a ringing endorsement of Melvin and Company, right? Bingo. I could go with that. It's not
I
a
can
ringing
go with
endorsement.
that. But in the same respect, Eric, if they signed them again on October 14th, would it surprise me?
either.
No.
Nope. I could honestly, I could be I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way.
And
So-
already this season, I've touched on it several times in the past month or two, Eric, but when they were really down and out, and that 13 or 12-13 game over 500 mark started to slip, and we were losing series after series and losing at streaks, 4, 5, 6 games, Eric. He had his chance to throw the coaching staff and the manager under the bus, and he didn't then. So if they signed him again for another year, an extension, they brought him back, Eric, nothing would surprise me.
Exactly.
But
All
do
right.
you worry? Do you worry if let's say they get hot down the stretch, say they miss out on the playoffs by a game, Eric, or 2, or they sneak in? Does that give Posey I got to bring them back. Look what they did. Boy, I don't know where this is going, Eric. That's
Right.
my fear.
Let's see. All right, here we got some more
Because
stuff.
you still got the same horses, Eric. I mean, just because they get hot for a while. I mean,
I know. I
still
agree.
say, don't get
I-
caught up in the fact, we just won 3 home games in a row.
And here's the thing. But the saying goes to hold on, and this is the thing. This is what's tough. And Glenn, I think you touched on something that's very key to this. It's one thing to move off a player and go to another one. It's another when you're getting rid of your field captain and the manager and the coaches. Those are the guys who are going to be sticking around for a while, leading the group, so to speak, right? So when you change that is big because you're talking, style of baseball, philosophy, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to be interesting on how Buster Posey goes.
Watch this. Eric, do you want me to blow your mind? Want me to blow your mind?
Let's hear it.
I know it's happened in hockey. I cannot remember the last time it would have happened in baseball. Wouldn't it be something, my friend, if they call a press conference at some point in time and Buster Posey steps to the mic and says, I'll be taking over in the dugout.
Oh, wow.
What does Eric say then?
My mind would blow. My mind would be blown.
Wouldn't it? Talk about a guy up in management saying, you're going to do it my way now.
Man, dude.
I'm just throwing that out, but I'm telling you,
what's up,
wouldn't
Daniel?
that be something?
That would be, yeah, he hires himself. As president of baseball operations, I have named Buster Posey, yes, myself, as the next manager. Could you imagine?
It's happened in hockey. Guys come out of they fire the coach. The GM comes down and goes, I'll coach the team. It's happened there.
Wow. That would be something.
When was the last time it happened, or do we got to go way back to the Connie Mack?
I don't know if that's ever happened. As far as like firing a manager and then hiring them, I don't know.
I think we need a new concept. Let's turn this into a winning organization, get Posey to be the GM and the coach, and make sure he wears a shirt and tie in the dugout with a fedora.
Yeah, there we go. Do the whole freaking Connie Mack. Yeah, why not?
I miss that. That's why I love watching the baseball on the miniseries, man.
Kind of reminds me of Tom Landry. Did the same thing, right? On the sidelines.
Yes, he did. Dude, was there anything more? We're here to do. It's business. We're professional. And was it you or was it? I think it was you. Or was it Dan? One of you last night made a great point at the game when I went, look at those two side by side after they'd run in. You had Adamas who was literally doing jumping jacks and cartwheels over the railing.
Right.
Does Matt Chapman up close? He's all business, dude.
He's all business, dude. He is.
It's not fans are yelling, totally blacked out.
He's focused.
Cut. Oh man.
Focus. That's what he's doing. I tell you, Matt Chapman was the epitome of focus. He was, dude.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I think Dan, because I didn't hear you say that. So yeah, Dan must have said that as well.
And I think he was getting medical treatment between innings too. You see, they kept going. The medical crew were getting together with him after every half inning. And they had the long Q-tips. And I don't know what they were working on, man, but
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, I noted that too. I guess it was Dan who said, yeah, look at the difference.
Intensity.
Between the guys.
There's intensity.
Oh, he's intense, Eric.
Yeah.
He's intense. He should be camping on weekends.
Yeah, right? All right, let's get more into this. He goes, Posey and his assistants will have a busy offseason trying to improve the offense with hitters surrounding core players with extended contracts. We've talked about these guys. Devers, Adames, Chapman, Lee. Okay? Potential holes will be at catcher, second base, depending on how manager will analyze Patrick Bailey and Casey Schmidt, along with the outfield. Hey, how about that? We're not too far off. Luis Matos made a splash. He went 8 for 50. We've talked about what he's doing. Lee and Dom Smith have also had keen bat-to-ball abilities. Asked if he's hoping to add more contact hitters to the lineup moving forward. Posey said, I think that's fair. I think you need a balance. You're going to need some guys that are probably going to swing and miss more, but have the ability to hit the ball out of the park. But you also need the guys that are going to swing and miss less and be more line drive contact oriented.
Guys, Eric, I don't want to, throw Posey under the bus here, but does he ever bring anything like, dude, I mean, that's pretty straightforward talk.
He's telling you.
He
is telling you.
Boppers, but you got to get the setup guys, Eric.
Hold on. Here we
That's
go.
what he's saying. You got to set the table for those guys.
Here we go. So let's do this. While Matos figures to get a long look, fans shouldn't anticipate top prospect Bryce Eldridge, a power-hitting 20-year-old first baseman, to get called up in September. I'd say most likely not.
There it is.
We want him to just get that consistent play, and we want him, when his time does come, to feel like we're putting him in the best position to hit the ground running. Holy shit.
I love what I hear. But again,
I like it.
I like dissecting what he's saying here, Eric. You know what I read too? That's hard for me to comprehend. Don't forget how Buster Posey came up. He really, I mean, he was thrown into the fight. They just decided, management said, catching change, midseason, he's in.
Yeah.
And now Buster Posey seems to be treating him a little differently than Posey
he's treating a
himself
little different.
is going.
And there must be a reason.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, there must be a reason. And look,
He knows what's going on.
You've got to remember something too. How old was Buster Posey when he came up?
Dude,
Did he finish college? No, he wasn't 20 years old.
College age, yeah.
Right? He wasn't his college, but he played college. He had a little bit more experience than young Bryce Eldridge. Bryce Eldridge, you know what his professional resume consisted of prior to being drafted? High school, right? So it's going to take time. He's 20 years old. You don't have to rush him. And I've kind of been harping on this, saying I just want him to be ready to go. Once he comes up, let's go. But let's not rush him when you don't have to rush him.
Don't you also feel, Eric, and you and I are not privy to what goes on. We don't see as many games up there as we'd like, and we leave that to other channels to dissect what's going on in the minor leagues, and they do a damn good job of it. But you imagine a guy who's that age, you imagine, give him a couple of years, Eric, he's going to be, they're going to nurture him. They're going to get him proper nutrition, good weight balance. The guy can only get bigger than he is at a 20-year-old. Wait till he bulks up, Eric. I mean, maybe we've got a real diamond in the rough right here. I mean, people always talk about trading him. I am not trading that guy. I'm going all guys. When you go to the casino, you need the guys. You need the team that goes all in with that prospect. And I hope it's Eldridge. I hope to hell it's Eldridge, because I'd hate for Buster to do this and go, "Oh, we've made a deal."
Yeah,
Really kill me.
Yeah, I hear you. And here's the thing. Let's answer this question. Okay, let's do this. Miles asked, would you play Bichette at second base? I wouldn't mind Bichette on the team. I don't know where you would play him. I guess it would have to be second base.
Dude, I don't know why we're even conversating that, because when you look at a guy like Bo Bichette, he's going to give you a win. He's a winning ball player. Fill this lineup with winners, Eric, and guys who can hit the ball.
And he can hit the ball.
What is to debate? Right? Would you play Bichette? I don't care where Bichette plays, Eric.
I would get him. What's he doing right now? Let's take a look at his numbers real quick.
He had a horrible year last year.
Because of injury.
One thing he is.
Because of injury.
He's a consistent ball player. He's a ball player, Eric.
You're not going to play the same. Oh, my God.
As Eric would say, he's got the back of a baseball card when he's healthy.
Listen to what his line is.
Okay.
He's batting .306 with a .350 on base.
He's already our best player, Eric.
I know it.
Best player.
I know. And an OPS of 821. Dude, I would get him. He is your pro. Hold on. Let's do a little dissection here. You know, John Shea talked about it. Okay. So what does he want to look for? Let's look at this. All right. But you also need guys that are going to swing and miss less and be more line drive contact oriented.
That is Bo Bichette, in my opinion, Eric.
Okay.
So then you've got Bichette and Lee.
Hold on. Then can I ask you a question? Is Bryce Eldridge a swing and miss less and more of a line drive contact oriented?
Well,
Chat.
Well, I'm not going to. Well,
think
Eric,
about it.
You're not going to throw me under the bus back
No. In other words, no. He is not.
But that's okay. But that's okay.
Hold on. Let me finish this real quick.
It's okay.
So he's talking about how he wants more swing and miss less, more line drive, contact oriented.
Yep.
Bryce Eldridge does not fit that description of the type of player that Buster Posey wants to go forward. Does that mean, hold on, now before you start thinking what I'm thinking or what you think I'm going to say, does it mean that I want to get rid of Bryce Eldridge? No, I don't want to get rid of him. But does Buster Posey feel the same way? Because Bryce Eldridge is more like your Adames and Chapman and Devers type of guy, right? In other words, they swing and they miss quite often, right? So I don't know. And this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting offseason, guys, to see the direction that Buster Posey goes. Does he keep Bryce? Does he trade Bryce? what type of contact-oriented hitters is he going to go out there and get? I would be okay going and getting Bo Bichette. Now, the problem is, what do you do with Casey Schmidt? To be honest with you, if you're going to get, where would you put Bo Bichette compared to Casey Schmidt? Let's be honest, guys. I think I would take Bo Bichette. No?
That's what I do with my baseball cards during the day, Eric. I go,
He's 27 years old. I
trade
think
him, keep him. So if it's Eldridge, I'm keeping him.
So would you guys play Bichette over Schmidt? I like Schmidt. Don't get me wrong, man. Don't get it sideways here. I like Schmidt. He's a good kid. I like it.
Eric, Bichette is proven.
Yes.
He's proven.
Yes.
He's got nothing to prove. He's the kind of guy, he's your guy, and we're getting a few of them in our line. You know what? Here, Eric, we're getting a few guys in this lineup now. They don't have to play for a spot in training camp. Bo Bichette would be one of those guys. We've got too many guys who are playing for jobs.
Well, look, he said it. I've been saying this for quite a while. John Shea just repeated it. You got to look at you got to look at catcher. You might have to look at second base, the outfield, and one thing he didn't talk about as far as position players is concerned, or as players, he didn't say anything about starting pitching because they're going to have to get a couple of starting pitchers possibly.
Yep. Oh,
definitely
his work
one.
is not done, Eric. His work is just beginning.
And let's not forget, he might have to get a whole new coaching staff. So look, this offseason is going to be insane, guys.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to it just to see what the heck is going to happen. Giants need to overpay for Bichette, and I'm okay. I would rather, to be honest with you, I don't want Kyle Tucker. The Giants really don't need a Kyle Tucker. Don't get me wrong. Would he be great on the team? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I think the way that the Giants are currently constructed, I think you get more out of getting someone like Bo Bichette. Something in that ilk.
He's ready to plug into the lineup, Eric. He's ready to go.
Yes.
Ready to go.
Oh, and you know what? What is it going to take, Glenn? What's it take to get a Bo Bichette? You just got to pay the man. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to trade. There's no trade. You just pay him.
That's why this is a good offseason for the Giants.
And you know what? I don't know if the Blue Jays would pay. You think the Blue Jays would pay? Because they got a bunch of big contracts on the record, on their books now. They got some big contracts, don't they?
You know, I know we're a Giants channel, so we're always, hey, do you think we'll keep him? We'd love to have. Dude, if I'm Blue Jay management, I'm keeping him around as long as I can. I'm re-signing him, and you keep pairing him up with his best friend. I mean, does he want to? He likes Toronto, and he wants to play with Vladdy Guerrero Jr. So where in the media have I heard, he wants to go to San Francisco? I've heard that in our chat, and I've heard that online, Eric. He said he wants to go to San Francisco. I've never heard him say that, Eric. All I've ever heard him say is, I love Toronto, and I want to play with my buddy.
Of course. Yeah.
But money talks. So
100%. Absolutely. Hey, Glenn, these free agents, how many opportunities they get to hit free agency? For most of them, only one time. Unless
this might be his ticket too. This might be you're right on, Eric. This might be his chance. If he's going to get some big money, it's this year in the offseason.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, this is his thing. NorCal, hey, I've been saying this, man. The Giants actually have 160 million committed. The Giants are swimming in money. You could go get a pitcher, go get a Ranger Suarez, go get a Bo Bichette. And if you want to go use some trade, if you want to trade, that's fine. Go trade and get another player as well. Why not, man? Come on. Right? NorCal fan 11. Know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's cover this last paragraph of what Buster had to say.
We're not done yet.
Here he goes. Oh, here we go. Okay. Actually, let's get into this. He goes, I do feel like for whatever reason, we were playing more aggressive style of baseball early. We've all said that. It doesn't take a brain surgeon, right? Or as you like to say, it doesn't take rocket appliances.
It doesn't take rocket appliances, Eric.
To understand that the style of baseball was different early than it has been halfway through the season. Now they're starting to kind of get back to what they did early, if you noticed. He goes, I get sometimes when you're stealing bases, it has to do with the personnel.
Yep.
Do you have the guys who can steal bases? Question. I was not a fast guy, but I was always trying to take an extra base on a ball in the dirt or a base hit in the outfield. And I think that is a recipe to success. And I think no matter if you're the fastest guy or the slowest guy, what the hell's going on? I'm hearing myself talking in my background here. That needs to be your mentality. And I feel like we kind of backed off that a little bit as the season went along. Here's another key. This last sentence is actually pretty big. It's actually pretty big. It's telling. And I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't bode well for Bob Melvin. I feel like we kind of backed off that a little bit as the season went along. Who is responsible for this type of play? It's the manager, right?
Get him on, get him in. There we go.
If Bob Melvin isn't doing the hit and run, if he isn't doing this, now don't get me wrong. There's certain times when guys are on base, if they're not taking that extra base when they can, that is on the player, right? That's not on the coaching. But the way that he said they kind of backed off of that. Why did they back off of that? Was it something being instructed? Was it something being told by the coaching and by the manager? Again, take it for what you will. I'm just going by what he's saying here. Could be something there.
Well, Eric, I'm not going to get in too deep, but just go back to the first 3 weeks of the season. We had the best preseason record. We got off. We were flying. And then the philosophy changed.
Yep.
Why would you change a winning philosophy?
I agree.
So, plus, I think, you know what, Eric? Let me ask you a question. Let's dissect this a little more. If you and I are running this ball club, and I call you up as you're 50% owner, I call you up and I say, Eric, we want to build a legacy here. Pretend I'm Buster Posey. Want to build a winning environment, make memories here, Eric. We're going to build it. We're building it basically from the ground up because he's added, Chapman, Adames, Devers. He's building this. He's building this team. So if I call you up and go, look, Eric, here's what we should do. I'm going to fire the management. I'm going to fire the hitting coach. I am going to build this thing. And I know the fans, Eric, do not like rebuilds, and building it all over again. But I'm building this thing with a brand new management group, coaches, everything, the entire organization. Even Eric, even I'm new to this job. I'm building it fresh. I'm not going to have the old general at third base and in my manager's box running this young, fresh ball club I'm trying to build. Do you agree or disagree?
That may be a direction he takes. To be honest with you, that may be a direction they take. Because, look, you got a core. And I think we've all said it, right? This roster... Now, granted, should they be winning 95 games? No, come on. Is it out of the realm of possibility? Of course not. In baseball, anything can happen. But the way it's constructed, you would think it should be playing better than what they're playing or what the record should show, right? Their record should be better.
I think the problem we face right now, Eric, let's be totally honest about this. We don't have the pitching staff to go with the horses. We don't have the horses on the pitching staff, Eric. We're a limited pitching staff. Come on.
And I think that changes. I think he goes against a starting pitcher. I would love Ranger Suarez. You only need a number. You need a number 3. You got your 1 and 2. Go get out there. Go get a number 3. And then you can piece it together with your young guys, whether it's Wisenhunt or Roop.
You're saying 1, I'm much more comfortable. Get me 2 because I have a feeling we're not going to be.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Rob, Ray will be gone, Eric.
And I'm okay with that. Look, you want to go get up.
He's going to want the Brinks truck, will he not? If he has another good year.
Oh, yeah.
So I go out and get it now. Get me 2 good, solid, maybe even on the young side, get me 2 solid, everyday pitchers. None of this, well, can we keep him healthy? Can he get the job done? Get me 2 solid guys proven. And money, while it maybe is still a bit of an object for this team that doesn't like to spend, just get me the best fit. The best fit, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be a superstar. But hell, do not go out and get me another Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree, Eric? That was more of a project.
You know what it was? And I want to say, probably, I think what it was. He was there to eat some innings because they expected two of the young guys, Birdsong and Roop, to really do something, and they needed someone to eat up those innings because of those young guys.
Well, we know
But
how that goes.
look what happened. Birdsong kind of fell apart. Roop got hurt.
And where's
He's going to be out. He's going to be out the rest of the season.
And where's Kyle?
And Kyle got traded, and I'm fine with that one because you got Devers in back.
I don't think I've had a chance to sit down with you because I was in Chicago 3 weeks ago when the trade deadline took place that afternoon, and you guys did a great job, by the way. I don't think I've.
Armand, dude, the Armand was
came in
awesome.
to help you out while of my absence. I was working that day in Chicago, but let me ask you this, Eric: were you a little surprised when he started to break up the band? I didn't see him breaking up his bullpen.
I think it was more of a soft sell, so to speak, because they fell out of it because they played so bad. They played so bad before.
Yes, okay. Let me roll with this. So now, Eric, if you and I are doing the show, it's September 17th, whatever day that falls on. I'm just throwing that out there. So 3 weeks from now, September 17th, I go, Jesus, Eric, we're two games behind the wild card. I sure wish I had that bullpen, Eric.
Well, hey, you know what? Look what the Giants got though. They got Gilbert. They got Tidwell, who looks and that might be a guy that's in the rotation next year, Glenn.
Look who we got closing again. Jesus.
Hold on. And yeah, I know. But come on. What's Doval really doing? Right? You see what I'm saying? You got rid of Doval, and you might have gotten a really nice hitter in Jesus Rodriguez. There's potential there. But you got rid of Doval because Doval was not going to do nothing for you. Nothing.
I didn't really see what side of the fence he was on the trade deadline day, though. He wasn't really buying or selling. He was sort of like just dismantling pieces he didn't want. Yeah,
it was and it freed up some spots for some young guys, and I'm okay with that. To be honest,
I know, but my fear was when I was walking the floor there in Chicago, and when I saw them break it. Eric, did you not immediately know in your heart of hearts, Jesus? Look, the two bullpen pieces are, well, he's mailed it in for this year.
I think, yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, I wouldn't say mailed it in, but he understood. He saw let's just say this. He saw the writing on the wall that it looked like the club was scuffling, and who knows where it could have gone. But
and they kind of went on a little bit of a more. They've scuffled since then, Eric. Maybe that caused a little dissension in the dressing. Maybe the big sigh of disheartenment in the dressing room because he certainly didn't. We've had Matt Stairs on. We've had other players on. We've talked about it in general. What does that do to the mentality of a dressing room on trade deadline day when your manager just doesn't back you?
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, Glenn, there could be something to that. I mean, we don't know, but I'm not going to sit there and I can't rule it out.
It's been a rough 3 weeks after that, Eric, and I'm just saying maybe there are guys in the dressing room going, if you're a guy like Wilmer Flores and you're going, I don't have many more runs left in me, and then all of a sudden you go, well, they just packed it in for another year, and will I even be back next year? And maybe it's got to be disheartening.
Yep.
But then it opens a door for guys in the bullpen or guys even on the roster. Like, you're such a big Matos guy. And we saw what kind of his chest was popped up last night. He just seemed happy. He was alive. Alive, Eric.
I liked it.
Ramos, another guy. I talked about Chapman being all business. Ramos, while he did talk to a few of the fans last night, Ramos, did you see today? He's still having problems out there tonight again in left field area.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. I would not be shocked, Glenn, if they trade Elliot Ramos. He's got a good look. His bat plays. But his defense, boy, and that's the thing. He's got a lot of defensive issues, right? And I don't know if Buster Posey wants to not that he doesn't like the kid. That's not what I'm saying, but he just might not be the style of player that Buster Posey may want. We'll see in the offseason. I'm not going to sit there and say they're going to, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked if they did.
There are guys who come into the chat on nightly basis and they get a little bit, oh, well, he went 0 for 4 tonight. Well, that's baseball, Eric. You got to sit back. Baseball has to be dissected. It's better off dissected monthly or at the end of the season. Look back. You cannot say, well, he's 0 for 8. His career's over. It's not the way you got to look at this.
No, thank you.
The guy
You can't do it game by game. The guy
can produce. Look what he produces. What does his stat line look like this year, Eric?
Who, Ramos?
He's hit dingers. He's got doubles. He can get you some good hits.
Got a little pop.
The only question, and you touched on it, is Buster Posey willing to roll the dice with, I'll take the good, but I give up the bad?
Yeah, Ramos right now.
Is he okay with, he can hit, and, if he costs us a game by errors, we'll live to see another day.
He is batting .266 with a 749 OPS. So
how many doubles?
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I got to go to baseball.
A guy like him who's got that, enough pop, I always look to see how many doubles he's got. Because if he's a doubles machine, which I feel like he's got a decent amount this year, I think that means he's got some decent pop, and it'll play in our ballpark.
Oh, absolutely. 337 on base, which isn't too bad. Right now, he's got 23 doubles.
I'll take that, Eric. I don't think, you know what? We're so quick to jump on him. And I am. I did say I would trade him for Chandler Simpson, though.
Whew.
Look what Chandler Simpson's. Look at his speed in the outfield, Eric, and his speed on the base paths. And this guy can bunt for base hit after base hit after base hit. Yeah. The guy you bring in the infield, he'll lay one down and beat it out. I love watching him play. He is a guy I buy a ticket to go watch, Eric, every night. And I buy a jersey because I would love to have him wearing orange and black. I really would.
It's going to be a fun offseason. I can't wait. We'll see. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not cashing in. I still like watching the baseball games. I'm just saying I'm excited to see how the team is going to change in the offseason.
Once we get into that, and we have a long, what it was like last year. We get a long off season once the playoffs and the postseason are over, Eric. So,
oh my God. Yeah.
But it'll be interesting because I don't think they have that many holes to fill.
They got a few.
They're not going to go out and make 14 changes to our
roster. No.
They have to pick their spots and make it count.
Yep.
Don't go flying off the handle like we do. You got to get rid of him and get him. And don't do like the Farhans. Send him down and bring him up. Get me the right play. Let it play out. Get me the right piece. If it's a Bo Bichette, beautiful.
You get a Bo Bichette, and you could trade for if you could somehow trade for a freaking Stephen Kwan and a Bo Bichette. Holy shit, Glenn. Holy shit.
Eric,
bar the doors.
Let me ask you a question. We had some emails come in, and I had somebody come into my afternoon. I do an afternoon show around 4:30 every afternoon, between 4 and 4:30. Tee up the games. If you haven't caught it, hey, what are you missing out? We have a lot of fun. It was interactive today. We had Insane Sports. A guy called Ed was taking part today.
A guy called Ed. I haven't seen him in a while. Ed, are you out there, man? I haven't seen him in a while.
Well,
what's up, Ed? I know
here was his. Wait, you want to play the violin? What is it? What do you call that?
Speaking of which,
let me play the harp. The sound of the harp. Go back in time. A guy named Ed at 4:46 this afternoon said, heading into tonight's game, if Carson Whisenhunt has control of his fastball, we should be fine tonight. No control, he's in trouble. He had control. Good call. We did have. I took the wrong picture. Son of a gun. Somebody asked, are we doing a football draft? Is there a football league?
I ain't doing it. I
didn't even think of it, and we're only the season starts.
You got to talk. Senior, I think, was talking about. I think Dan said he wanted to do it, so I don't do football. I stay away from it. I don't know enough about football. I just don't.
You know what? Then let's just if you are interested, no promises. If you're interested, shoot
an email.
Yeah, shoot us an email, and we'll just get a feel. I mean, if we get 15 or 20 guys who want to play fantasy football, the Giant Sports Talk Live League, then it's just.
I see him, Aaron. I'm gonna get to him.
Putting together, but I've had a lot of people reach out in the last couple of days about that, and I'm like, I don't freaking know. I said, I get my hands full with baseball and the morning show and the afternoon show, and I'm on the radio, and I got 100 things to do.
Text Lou.
My life is no fantasy, believe me.
Text Lou because I bet you Lou's going to want to do that. So maybe they got it. They got something going. So
Okay, you guys let us know. What did you have in the chat you wanted to get to?
okay, hold on.
Oh, I saw that earlier.
You want to you want to do any of these, or do you want me to do both? You want to do one or two, or which one do you want to do?
Oracles. Oh, thank you. I was reading it off the chat. All right. Sorry. Take two. Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to do this professional, which is tough for us. The Oracle's gate denies mortals of man who carry a thunderous swing with pride. Yet the Renaissance artist named with erstwhile crimson weave hath tamed the monster in Sears key. Eric wasn't even talking about. I'm reading it. I don't understand it. You're up. You're up, big guy.
I love it.
You're up.
I love it. I love it, dude. This is awesome. That's good stuff.
What the hell does that even mean?
Yet the Renaissance art's named with erstwhile crimson weave hath tamed the monster in the Sears keep. The gardener of Posey must tend the field with a squatting oak. The king Proti and your AI messed up there, Nostradamus. And seeds that bite.
Hold on. Why don't you start again? This is Eric Romo, August 27th. Take two.
Again.
I love using the board. So
You just love to use it. Now I gotta start the music all over again. All right, time for a new one.
Quiet on the set. This is Eric. Take three.
Here we go. See, I don't know what I'm just gonna stop at the king. The gardener of Posey must tend the field with a squatting oak. The king and the seeds that bide. Or then shall the giant awaken in the even year from its sleep.
Eric, I'm man enough to admit I don't know what the hell Nostradamus is talking about today. Who's the gardener and what is the king pro?
The gardener, pro T. I think that was AI having a conniption with the pro T.
What's the
I don't
squatting
know
oak?
The squatting oak, Buster Posey. He's a catcher. He was a good catcher. He's squatting oak.
He's not Ted Simmons.
He is an
old man.
He's tending to the seeds of his garden.
All right, that's about it for me. Well, the Giants won 12-3. I'm looking forward. I might go over. I'm going to pop over to the ballpark tomorrow, Eric. So
Nice.
I'll be on in the afternoon, the early evening.
Yeah.
So there won't be a preview show tomorrow because it's an early game. I think we start. It's an afternoon game, Eric.
Yeah, it's an afternoon game.
Oh, then I won't be on
Logan Webb.
We'll be back in the afternoon.
Go give us some good vibes there, Glenn. All right, let's get the hell out of here, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening with what's left of it, and we'll be back here tomorrow around 8:30ish, somewhere around there. Should be good. Should be fun.
We're facing a lefty tomorrow.
Hey, we faced lefty last night, and we took care of business. Hey, speaking of which, Glenn, I don't know if you recognized. Did you see what the Cubs did yesterday? They started a lefty, and they kept throwing lefties out of the bullpen. And the Giants, they took care of business.
They did.
They took care of business.
You know what it was? It was the aura of Lou, Dan, Eric, and Glennie C. That's what it was.
100%.
Dude, you know what it was? You know what it was? It was the Muni ride, and I got to wave the magic wand, and I willed it to existence.
There you go. All right, let's
I'll
get
see you tomorrow night, Eric. And again, no show tomorrow. It's an early game. We're on tomorrow. 12:45 is game time. Should be a nice sunny day tomorrow in the Bay. Perfect day. San Francisco. Breaking news, Eric. Breaking news. The San Francisco Giants with Logan Webb on the hill. Even though it's a lefty, we are now Vegas favorites to win tomorrow.
Wow.
Don't see that often, even with Logan on the hill.
Did not see that. All right.
I'm not a big
Imaniga's good.
I'm not a big Logan Webb guy, as you know. Not a big Logan Webb guy, but who was standing in front of you last night?
Very well, right off to the left. Yeah, that was awesome.
See,
He was
he's
signing autographs for all the kids.
I was standing there talking to Lou at one point. Hey, Lou. I'm like, geez, I felt like a peasant among royalty.
It was awesome.
I'm like, I don't deserve to be here with these guys.
It was awesome.
It was.
It was a good
All right,
time.
Eric, see you tomorrow night at 8.
Let's do it.
Hey, buddy. Go.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.